So you're thinking about making a move to Florida finally, and you've heard a ton about St. Johns County here in Northeast Florida. Well, today we're going to go over the pros, the cons, the good, the bad, the yin, the yang, and make sure that this is really the right place for you and your family. So let's get after it now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about Jacksonville and the surrounding areas like St. Johns County, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel and don't forget to tap the alerts bell so that you can be the first to know about what's going on here in the market in Jacksonville, Florida. Hi, my name is Greg, and I get calls from people just like you every day that are trying to make a move to the area, whether it's in 9 days or 90 days, it doesn't matter. Shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. My information will be in the description below. So as I said before, today we're doing the pros and cons about living in St. Johns County. So we're going to start off with one of the main reasons people move to this St. Johns County, and that starts with the public school system. Okay, so according to niche.com, St. Johns County School District is #1 best school district in the state of Florida, specifically for public schools. It has an overall A rating, academics is A, teachers B+, clubs and activities A-, diversity B, college preparatory A, administration B+. My daughter goes to, both my daughters go here to school, public schools here in St. Johns County, and I will vouch for them. They are very established and a very strong public school system and very strong PTO as well, which makes a big difference. But really quick, St. Johns County is very well known for their public school system, and it is the #1 reason why people move to this area. I will say though, we are growing rapidly in St. Johns County, so they keep having to build new schools to keep up with the growth, and therefore that can create a problem down the road because naturally schools don't really get the ratings till they've been in operation for a year or two, from what I understand. So some schools in St. Johns County, the newer schools, have not been rated yet, including Pine Island Academy in Ponte Vedra, in Nocatee. Which leads me to another thing that's kind of confusing is that St. Johns County School District here says St. Augustine, Florida. Well, St. Johns County is not just St. Augustine, okay? So if you look at this map right here, this is St. Johns County. But if you notice right here, this whole section here is St. Augustine, but on the northwest and the northeast section, the northwest section is the Julington Creek area as far as down to Rivertown, and then in the middle here we have Nocatee and Ponte Vedra, and then here along the beaches you have Ponte Vedra Beach. So St. Johns County, the school district, is not just St. Augustine, it is other cities included. So it can make it really confusing, and that's why I recommend you check out my video, which does a complete map overview of St. Johns County. Check it out, it will help clarify everything because St. Johns County is really spread out. I also recommend having an agent if you're looking at homes here, and depending on what kind of preferences you have as far as schooling for your children. If you look here on the northwest section of St. Johns County, this is probably the most established schools in St. Johns County, apart from maybe Ponte Vedra Beach as well. That's what leads me to the con, if you will, is that a lot of the new development in St. Johns County is creating rezoning for schools. So when a new development starts up, they're going to build a new school so that they can avoid overcrowding, and so they're going to be shifting children around. Do we know how the quality of these schools are going to be in the future? We don't really. I mean, hopefully they continue to maintain these A+, A-, A scores. If you notice down here, there's more B scoring in the St. Augustine area for St. Johns County School District. So most of the A schools are more in the northwest, northeast section. If you're looking for a more established school and you don't want your child to have to deal with switching schools midway or after a year or two, then again, I would consult an agent about that. But otherwise, if you want to know which school district a particular property is, you can go to the St. John's School District website. And here you can go ahead and look at the attendance zone locator for 2023. You just enter in your address and it will tell you what schools your children will be attending. And then you can look up the name of those schools on niche.com and you can kind of gather how long this school has been around, what the ratings are, and all that wonderful information. So that's what I would recommend you do. Even on their website, the St. Johns County School District website, you will notice here that they show some of the new schools that are under construction opening up. So as you can see, there's construction going on in Shearwater for a K through 8 school, another K through 8 school in the Beacon Lake Twin Creeks neighborhood across from Beach Walk. There is a new high school in Beach Walk as well that I believe is completed construction and will be starting out in the fall, next fall. That's Beachside High. So again, you want to really educate yourself as far as what school you want your child to be in, and maybe work your way from there as far as where you want to live. So, and again, it wouldn't hurt to have a reputable agent to guide you through that process as well. Okay, so the next pro, number 2, we're going to go over is at St. Johns County offers a ton of amazing master plan communities. And these master plan communities offer a heck of a lifestyle, resort style living with all the amenities, the schools, everything located nearby. A lot of them you can get around on golf carts. So it's a very, very cool concept for a family. There's something for everyone in these master plan communities. And of course, I'm kind of biased. Right now you're seeing video of Nocatee, which is one of the top master plan communities, not only in St. Johns County, but it's actually one of the top master plan communities in America, and for very good reason, because they're not just selling houses, they're selling a lifestyle, all-encompassing lifestyle. But I do have other favorites, and if you ever reach out, I'd be more than glad to share that on a personal level. But really quick, one of my other favorites is Beacon Lake, which is right across from the beach walk near Nocatee, still close to the beach. And then also one of my other big favorites is Rivertown by Mattamy Homes out on the river. So with all that being said, the con to this is that St. Johns County has become so popular and it's grown so immensely. A lot of the builders and developers have bought up most of the land. So every once in a while I will get somebody calling me asking me, hey, can I build a custom home? And the answer is yes, but you're very limited. And what I mean by that, I mean, if I just did a search, for instance, here in St. Johns County and looked for vacant land, you could see here there's about 300 results. And on the map here, again, if you're looking in the northwest region of St. Johns County, not a whole lot available there. On the Ponte Vedra beach side, there's plenty available there as long as you are willing to pay buku bucks. And then there's a lot more options in the St. Augustine area near downtown, and then west St. Augustine near the St. Johns River. But you're limited. And again, if you look at some of these prices of the land, most of them are, $840,000, $960,000, $1 million too. So whenever I see a lower priced piece of land in St. Johns County, I get kind of weary and wonder, well, what's wrong with it, if you will. But again, the reality is that developers have bought a lot of this land up, and if you're wanting to build a custom home, you have to have a healthy budget, if you will. So for instance, in Nocatee, you can build a custom home within the specs of the architectural guidelines. So they have multiple builders in River Landing, and they offer dry lots for around $1 million, or a waterfront lot for $2 million, and then you'll probably spend another $1 million to build the home. And there are several builders. If you have a lower budget and you don't mind being in the St. Augustine area, you probably have a better chance building custom in those areas, and that's a con for me. You used to be able to go and build a custom home in St. Johns County, and these days, since the big migration, builders have just gone ahead and bought up all the great pieces of land that are available in St. Johns County, and they're just building and building and building. So that's the con. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so pro number 3 we're on is that St. Johns County, as you see here, has an excellent location as far as proximity to everything. So you got Jacksonville here, and as I've said in previous videos, we're right here. We have St. Augustine, one of the top tourist destinations in Florida. And then again, you've got Amelia Island up here. You've got Orlando down here, which is a couple hours away. And then if you want to visit Charleston, Savannah, all these wonderful places, they're all in driving distance in some of our favorite destinations. So proximity in St. Johns County, as I've shown in my video, Why I Moved My Family to Jacksonville, is fantastic. Now, the con to that is that Jacksonville is one of the largest cities in America, and it's very, very spread out. And that goes for St. Johns County too. St. Johns County is huge, but again, it's very spread out. So the con for me is that there's no real public transportation, and things are really spread out. So in reality, as I mentioned before, it's full of a lot of master plan communities, and most of the time people are usually just commuting around their community in their golf cart. And I hate to say it, but we sometimes say here in Nuckatee, it is a bubble. We have everything here, and every once in a while we venture out of the bubble, get in the car and drive somewhere. But most of the time, our favorite mode of transportation is golf cart. So that's kind of a negative if you are wanting to live in St. Johns County. There's not a ton of areas where you can live and just walk to dinner or walk to the shopping center and get that urban kind of feel. It's just not that vibe. So that is a con for some people here in St. Johns County. So let's get on to the next one. The pro for number 4 is that in St. Johns County, we have a lot of Publix grocery stores. Yeah, there's pretty much a Publix everywhere you look. And the con is that we have a lot of Publix grocery stores. No, seriously. We could use a little more variety in our grocery stores per se. You know, it's like, for instance, I live in Nuckatee in St. Johns County, and if I want to go to Trader Joe's, it's like going from Vancouver to Seattle, crossing the border to get that Black Forest Canadian bacon that I love so much at Trader Joe's. But the reality is it is a little bit of a hike to go to Jack's Beach or Mandarin to go to Trader Joe's from St. Johns County, and we could use a little more variety. Even a Target would be nice in St. Johns County. And then there's also the Durban Pavilion, which has several phases of stores coming. Not really too happy about what's there now. I think there could be a lot more variety than just Publix and Walmart. So if you're watching this and you have anything to do with the development of supposedly one of the largest outdoor shopping centers of Northeast Florida, Durban Pavilion, I pray to God we get a Trader Joe's and a Target and a little more variety. But I will say I'm really excited because now in World Golf Village in St. Johns County, or in St. Johns County of St. Augustine, there is a new Costco. So that is nice, even though it's still a little bit of a hike, but we're getting there. Again, things are spread out. We're going through some rapid development, and we still need a little more variety of shopping centers. We could also use a little more variety in restaurants per se in the northern part of Nocatee. So that's definitely a con. I've had a lot of folks that have moved from New York or some pretty urban areas that offer fantastic restaurants and a plethora of them. And really, if you want to go out and have fine dining and you're a foodie like we are, you're going to find yourself driving down to St. Augustine because, again, that's a big touristy area, so you'll have a lot of great restaurants there. There's some good restaurants in Ponte Vedra Beach. As far as the northwest section of St. Johns County, there is a newer restaurant that we really like, Ember and Iron, so kudos to the couple that opened that up. I'm sure there's a lot more coming, but we could use some more variety with our grocery stores and some of our restaurants. So let's get on to the final and last pro and con of living here in St. Johns County. Okay, so our final pro and con, number 5, is that there is a lot to do in Jacksonville and in St. Johns County per se. If you've watched my video on 5 reasons we moved to the Jacksonville area, is because of this. There are so many things to do. There's so many beaches. There's so much hiking. This area is super dog friendly. So if you're like us and you have a pooch and you love taking your dog to the beach, that's one of our favorite things to do. There's also some amazing hiking in Guana area, the preserves. They've done a really good job preserving certain areas. If you want to go hang out by the St. Johns River, there's a really cool park in Switzerland in St. Johns County that not a lot of people know about. So there's a ton to do in St. Johns County. And then the con to that would be is you have to be careful of the snakes and the alligators and the wild piggies that we see sometimes tearing up our lawn. But on a more serious note, those things you hear about, alligators and snakes or whatnot, they are definitely blown out of proportion. There are wildlife here, and I will be making a video about that. So make sure, if you haven't already in this video, make sure you subscribe and press alerts so you can get that video, because I could save someone's life if you watch it. But on a more serious note, more of the pesky animals, or pests, if you will, here in St. Johns County are really mosquitoes, or better yet known as no-see-em bugs. So you will see in the summertime, we do get a lot of mosquitoes and bugs. And that's why people, especially on preserve areas where you have trees and a preserve behind your home, you'll see a lot of people having screened-in lanais or screened-in pools are very popular in this area. So that's the con. I don't think it's a big deal at all, but to some people it is. It just depends on where you live. Of course, it's probably not as bad closer to the beach, but there is wildlife here, and I think that's what makes it such a special place. So listen, I hope you enjoyed the pros and cons of St. Johns County. I hope I painted a good picture for you to make sure that you have any questions regarding whether this is the right place for you or not. Feel free to reach out. Again, I said my information will be in the description below. It's you can text me, email me, or call me. It doesn't matter if you're moving in 9 days or 90 days. Go ahead and reach out, and I'll get back to you at my earliest convenience. And if you're thinking about moving the area, I'd love to be your source and resource of choice. Don't forget to check out my videos, why I moved my family to Jacksonville. And then also, it would be really important, if you're interested in this area, is to check out my overview map of St. Johns County, which will be on the next video. So we'll see you on that next video now.